20 years is a long time for a company, a startup, with the founders, Hilde and Örjan. I mean, it's an amazing history of 20 years of growth. That is just like fabulous and fantastic. And then we are out of our teenagers, getting into our 20s. And there's a lot of companies out there that can't get there the first 5 years. And now we are suddenly in a place where we're gonna, after 2 decades. And one of the things that I see is that we have done, every decade, we've done some big leaps, some big jumps. So I'm extremely looking forward to the next 10 years of growth. I would say that I think we had an early conversation, and I remember where I was in Helsinki talking to Örjan. We were talking about what kind of changes we can do to this industry, the direct sales industry. And Örjan had a great plan on being customer-centric. And that started way before I started in Zinzino as well. And we have always been thinking that the customers needs to be a part and a huge part of our revenue. So I think that is the major difference, that we are extremely customer-driven, customer-centric. Then secondly, I would see with the products, of course, we have a fantastic test where we are measuring what we are measuring, the balance, the fatty acids, plus the blood sugar and the D vitamin, and soon other things that we're gonna test as well. So I think that the products, the customer-centric, I think also the culture that we have between the owners, the management, and the field, that we are owned by the field, by the entrepreneurs of the company, sets us in a different place, because the field always comes first, and we as a company are united together. The field and the corporate are working like 100%. I'm not sure if that is like a big differentiator compared to a lot of companies in our industry. I know for sure that we are one, and we are pretty unique in that sense. There are tons of things that we could be proud of. I'm not sure where I should start. We have a clear vision of that we want to inspire change in people's life. We want to inspire health and wealth for customers, friends, and family. We have ambitious long-term goals that we want to have 100 million customers by 2050. So that is the fundament. And then we have some clear core values that we are protecting every day. With that said, you need to have a clear strategy, but also a culture that is fundamental. You know, one of the things that I want to accomplish is to break through one of the laws, the 80-20 rule. And I want to make sure that we are keeping the fantastic employees in our company, make sure that we are keep the keepers. Some of you have heard me talking about keep the keepers, move up or move out. And there is a couple of stories behind that. 10, 11 years ago, Greta, who is working in financing today in Zinzino, she wanted and she needed to go back to Lithuania to help her parents for a year. And we were not fast enough giving her an opportunity to work from home in Lithuania. Back then, 11 years ago, it was not, everyone wanted to come to the office. So, and I regret it. I told Karin back then and Fredrik that we should have hired her, make sure that she got salary and just from Sweden and she worked from home. But we didn't have that function. So when Heli told me just half a year after Greta was gone, that she wanted and she needed to go back to Finland, her home country, I told her that, hey, are you interested in us setting up an office for you? Because Heli, she's just amazing, just fantastic. One of those keepers as Greta. And she said, yeah, I'm interested in that. And then we just fixed the salary kind of things and the employment things from Finland. And when Gunther's found his love of his life back in Latvia. He's from Latvia. And he said, I needed to go home. We were having a plan of setting an office for him. Those are keepers in our company. And I'm also extremely proud of all the different employees that we have in Gothenburg and everywhere around the world who have done a career in Zinzino doing different jobs. So maybe 40, 50 people spread around in the company. And all of those are keepers in our system. I am proud of the customer-centric that I mentioned. I'm proud of that we were tough enough to go from coffee to the testing and the balanced oil, that we are tough enough to invest in all of these different markets. I'm also super proud that we decided 8-9 years ago that we're having tech first, that we're going to invest more than the competitors and more than we were kind of having money for in the beginning into our tech, that we have been steady working on improving the company. I'm super proud of all of these things, and it's probably tons of other things, like we have acquired companies, we have been establishing ourselves, we have been into some issues and problems, but we have lifted ourselves and gone through those issues with pride. And of course, 11 years, soon 12 years with paying out dividend. Pretty proud, pretty happy about all of these things and the growth. There are so many things that I would probably mention, I should have mentioned. I'm grateful to all of these things. Well, 10 years is a long period of time. One of the things I'm sure of, with the database that we have, with the knowledge that we're going to assemble, with the crowd science that we are able to do, with the curiosity and the culture that we have, I know for sure that we will do tremendous leap when it comes to the product of preventative health. So I see a future 10 years from now that we have invented a combination of a product which is just going to be even better than what we have today. I know that we have opened tons of more countries, that we have had growth for 10 years, that the Zinzino have probably the size 3-4 times of the size of what we are today. So that's going to be pretty exciting for all of us. And who knows, we have probably acquired a couple of companies that have given us even more knowledge than what we have today. So I see a great future, growth and sustainable profits and new products and tests. We are probably next year, I'm not saying probably because I thought we were having a new product in 2024, but I am pretty sure that we're going to launch new tests that's going to be tremendously good for preventative health, for our customers today and the partners today, all of these things. I know, but I can't tell you too much about that, but I'm sure that we're going to have 1 or 2 new products coming in from all the different tests as we are running at the moment. So that's going to be pretty exciting. But I think more important than anything else would be that we are making sure that the products that we have are maybe doing a leap and doing improvement of the existing products. So we're going to put a lot of focus on that as well. What a year 2024 became. I mean, I'm so proud, so happy, all the new recognitions, going from doing the acquisition of the partners and customers with ACN in the beginning of the year, tremendously proud and happy about that, and Celis, and suddenly France became on the map again, and then Cliente, and other things that we have accomplished throughout the year. And all of those new titles, I am so mesmerized and happy to see all of the new recognitions and new titles that we have accomplished throughout 2024. we're still going to put a lot of focus on partner tools. So partner tools, we are working on a kind of a secret project which goes on duplication of the message. What that means is maybe a simplified message and a pitch for the main products that we have and the business that we have. That is something that could help new partners, but also existing partners to leverage on what we have. Then presentations, I think we still need to work and put a lot of effort into new presentations. So that's going to be one of those things that we're going to put a lot of effort into. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with what we have today, but it's small kind of adjustments, keeping on pushing, keeping on supporting, making sure that we as a company just provide our partners with those kind of tools that they need. That could be translations using AI, that could be different other things in social media. So there is tons of things that we can do, and we will do those things. Inspire change in life means for me that we want to, it could be for a partner that wants to work part-time with Zinzino, having some additional income and being a part of more than just himself. So instead of watching Netflix, you can be a part of this and you can earn a little bit extra income and learn a lot about yourself, personal development and preventative health and driving a business. Secondly, it could be for someone who really want to change their kind of career. So they would like to just work with this. This is my new profession instead of being a kitchen teacher or something else. Then you can work with this. It could also be someone that really just want to be changing their life through preventative health, supporting and being a customer. It could be that. So it means a lot of different things for me. One of the things that, or not one of the things, is many things that drives me and makes me happy. I mean, working together with such an amazing team that we have in Zinzino, both in the corporate staff, but also in the field with the founders and everyone. It's just like, it's a blessing in life to have that kind of work in itself. And I'm blessed and happy with everyone that supports us, supports me. Feel that personally. I'm a curious person. I would like to learn more. And having my position gives me a lot of new areas that I need to teach myself about or learn about. And that I have a credible kind of variation in my work, all from marketing to tech, to logistics, to finance, to sales. All of these things that we are working on in Zinzino inspires me. So I'm cherry picking the best that I can be a part of. And then when it comes to preventative health, and I find it fantastic to be in that borderline between, I like the business side. I like that we are growing the company like we do, that we can have the scalability and new markets. That inspires me a lot. All of these new markets and the cultures, all of those different markets that I've been reading about when I was a kid that we're gonna enter into it's just fantastic in itself. The combination between the business and preventative health fits for me perfectly. I strongly believe in, you can't predict how your life is gonna go. You can be injured, you can get the disease, or you can be in a car accident, for all you know. But you can optimize your chances by living a healthier life. And both my parents have passed away, one in ALS, my mom, not too much to do with ALS, but cancer, like my father, and I saw all the struggles both of them went through getting sick. So for me, being inspired to take care of myself and to make the most out of my life, to take care of my kids and hopefully grandkids. So it's a personal kind of mission for me to be healthy. And you never know, you could be unlucky, but I'm gonna play against the odds and make sure that I have the best starting point going through my next years of life. I hope for good growth, like this year has been. I mean, 2024 was tremendously good, so I'm hoping for the same and even better and even more. We are in a tipping point position in Zinzino. I can sense it, I can feel it, that we've done a tremendously good growth season with the last years, and I think that's gonna be accumulated over the next years to come. So we're gonna still do a lot of work when it comes to products, as I mentioned, new products, new tests, that's gonna be in play. Partner tools gonna be in play, that's gonna be extremely important. We're gonna invest even more in tech. We're probably gonna do some acquisitions to make sure that we are making the most out of the business potential of Zinzino. We're gonna open new markets, for sure. So there's a lot of things in play for 2025. All I want to make sure of is that all the partners and every employee in Zinzino are happy and proud of what we together have accomplished for 2024. So leaving that behind us, I know for sure it's going to be a busy but fun and exciting year. I'm looking forward to have the director's trip at Thailand. We're going to have an ambassador trip. We're going to have an annual event. We're going to have lots of fun, tons of events, new titles, new achievements, and new markets, new products, and all of these different things. And I just want to make sure that all the partners out there really feels and knows that we in Zinzino appreciate them. And I'm so much looking forward to see new titles and new ranks and new achievements for Zinzino in the upcoming year and years to come. Thank you.